Guys, the Gospel of Thomas. This was interpreted by Harold Bloom. This book is not a narrative unlike other books in the Bible. It's more of sayings rather than a narrative that you would get in other parts of the Bible. So that makes it very interesting and kind of fun to follow when you're actually reading it. It's not very long. There are no parables. There's basically lots of cryptic messages in there that kind of are very interesting. And you notice that some of them are represented in the Bible, but they're just kind of spoken differently. In addition to that, they are very direct as well. So it's just direct and straight to the point, which is different than a lot of times because you have parables and narratives, and the 114 sayings are very easy to follow and much different than the rest of the Bible. Number two, focus on inner knowledge and self discovery, which is very different than the entire Bible and something that most people will find very different. And the reason for that is salvation comes at gnosis. What that means is inner spiritual knowledge, or that's how it's defined in the book, I would say. But that's basically how I see that when I'm reading this book, right? There's no faith in the cross or crucifixion. There's no rise in Christ, any of those different kind of things. It's about what you find inward. So, very different than what you would usually read. So, that is a very interesting kind of way to kind of open up your mind to see, oh, okay, this is a very different book compared to anything else you've ever read. Number three, there's no mention of crucifixion, no mention of resurrection, no mention of virgin birth, no mention of crucifixes, no mention of second coming. None of that is mentioned in this book. So that is also something very interesting. Even though it's 114 sayings, there are basically no way to quantify if any of these things happen because it just doesn't say or mention any of these topics. So it's very different compared to a lot of other books that were made in the Bible. And that's something else that I find interesting is this book is extremely controversial. And basically it's possible that it was earlier than the canonical Bible, that this is actually predates the Bible as we have it. So there is that point of it as well. So that's why it is controversial because it's a book that was not included for whatever reason, one reason or another. And that's extremely interesting if you think about it, because a lot of times, why did they leave certain books out, kind of thing? And I know the Ethiopian Bible has a whole bunch more books. The Catholic Bible has more books than the Protestant Bible, and it just kind of goes all over the place as far as that's concerned. So that's another thing that I find interesting. And one thing I haven't done on this channel is the Book of Enoch, which is a very interesting book. If you want to read that one, I would strongly suggest you read it. It's extremely interesting and very eye-opening. The number five, I would say, is it was discovered in 1945 in Egypt at Nag Hammadi, I guess you would how you would say it. So there is that as well. It's a very different kind of feel there. And to be honest with you, it just seems so different and so strange compared to the rest of the Bible and what it says and how it says it. So I would strongly take a look at this and be open minded and kind of figure out what you think of it. If you did read it, what do you guys think down below? What do you think of this book? And how does it apply, right? I haven't read any other book that's like this at all ever in my life. I'm going to leave my Instagram and Patreon down in the description. I do book reviews when I finish them, and I also do men's wear, men's style and menswear topics. Thank you guys very much and have a wonderful day.